Let's go!
Hey everybody, Coach Scott here today, and I want to talk to you about the struggle is real, but the struggle is also good. Because if we struggle in any area of our life, if we struggle with an illness, if we struggle with a divorce, if we struggle with a friend that betrays us, if we struggle with a pandemic struggle, and some of us are even going through a financial pandemic right now, or an emotional pandemic, or a physical pandemic. And it's easy when you're in the struggle to feel discouraged and disconnected. And it's easy to think, you know what? My life probably doesn't even matter that much. Nobody would even miss me if I'm gone. But don't believe those lies. Those are lies right from the pit of hell. And don't believe the lies that get you stuck in the struggle and start to feel like nothing else in your life will ever change. Because whenever we're talking about a change, whenever we're talking about a struggle, whenever we're talking about real personal transformation, whether it's a physical transformation to get healthy, whether it's a financial transformation to get out of debt and to provide better, whether it's a mental transformation of anxiety or stress, or a spiritual transformation when you're trying to repair a broken relationship, or you're trying to restore things that are in chaos in your life, it is possible to change. And change is scary. And in fact, many people don't even entertain the idea of change until they have no choice, until the pain becomes so much that they no longer will tolerate their current situation. In other words, you have to be ready and willing and put in a position that you are not going to accept anything but change for your better. And while there are many things that can hold us back from changing, and more importantly, when you're talking about personal transformation and change, there's oftentimes we desire a change, but then we become our own worst enemies. So think about how many times that you have sabotaged yourself, or that you've gotten in your own way with that inner conversation and that negative self-talk, and you've criticized yourself, and you've doubted yourself, and you've even wondered, do you even have what it takes? Do you even have what it takes to be successful and be the real you? And so this brings me to my thought today of the struggle is real, but the struggle is good, because the Bible says that though he slay me, yet shall I trust him. And once you're willing to release those negative thoughts, and when you release those belief systems that are holding you back from fulfilling your destiny and your God-given purpose, that's when you can really say, God, I trust you. I don't understand it. I don't like it, but I trust you. Because what happens is when you begin to think that way, it raises awareness in your own mind. And that's the primary tool that you can use in your toolbox for your personal transformation. And it'll set you free. And you have to do this in a non-judgmental way. But you also have to start identifying those negative voices and those areas in your life where you're being self-critical, and when you're thinking about all the things that you can't do and the things that didn't work out, and you're thinking these self-defeating thoughts. And even better, when you start to think those, the number one thing you can do is replace them with positive, fulfilling thoughts, positive thoughts of gratefulness, and have an attitude of gratitude. And you've got to help raise awareness in your own heart and in your own mind. And you got to ask some important questions. And you got to think about the things that you're thinking about, and the thoughts that you're thinking about, and where you're at, people, places, and things. Are they helping you? Are they hurting you? Are they holding you back? Or are they pushing you forward towards your goals? Are the people that are surrounding you, are they a liability to you? Or are they an asset to you? You've got to start asking those tough questions if you're ever going to get yourself through the struggle of life. Because another way to think about the struggle is think about your muscles. You've got to always be working your muscles out to train your muscles. In the same way, when you're in a struggle, you've got to train your mind, and you got to train your spiritual muscles. So when you catch yourself thinking these negative thoughts, when you catch yourself beating yourself up, when you catch yourself in a situation where you're not sure if you have what it takes and self-doubt begins to flood you, you've got to make sure that you're doing your physical and mental exercises to get you through the struggle and break that cycle so that you can become aware of the enemy's voice. One of the best things I ever learned to do is I learned to recognize the enemy's voice. And the enemy's voice many times sounds like our own voice inside of our heart, inside of our mind. And so you've got to choose that you're going to be positive. You've got to have a powerful thought that's above, or something that's out there in front of you that continually challenges your mind to think positive. And you got to it's very important to understand that when you choose something that's important to you, something that encourages you, something that promotes, oh, I don't want to get hit by a car here. Come on. See, sometimes you got to make sure that you're choosing the right way to go too. But if you're choosing the things that are important to you, if you're choosing things that are making you feel happy, that are making you feel like your life matters and it's worth living, then those are the things that are going to pull you and push you into the next level of your destiny. So today, as we stop, as we recognize and we acknowledge the fact that stress is real, and stress can be very, very good for us at times, but chronic stress and that chronic voice of doubt and self-defeating and discouragement and disconnectivity, that will right there lead you into the pit. And the idea of staying in a pit, the Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. And many times we're sick because we feel like that nothing's ever going to change. But if you want to change your life, then the first thing that has to change is you, because the struggle is real, but also the struggle can be good for you. So keep positive, stay in faith, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless you guys. Take care.